What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to be recapping each one of these winning trades right here. Now I'm going to be straight up honest, I got absolutely raped today. So pretty much none of these trades I took on an actual account and won, but I should have taken every single one of them. I just want to recap today, so whenever I'm studying, this just helps me see the trades I should have taken. We don't have to cover the trades I did take. I'll just let you know, basically, I got cooked right here trying to long in here. Even though we did go up, my stop loss was too tight. And yeah, so that's pretty much the loss I took. But here's what I should have done. And I saw all these trades as they were kind of happening. I just did not have the clarity to execute. But moving forward, that's the goal. So don't do what I do, do what I say. Okay, so learn from this video. Each one of these is going to be a 20-point stop loss, because at this point I'm not ready to shrink my stop losses all the way up like to 10-point stop, anything like that. Yeah, I'm just not there. So each one of these will be a 20-point stop loss, right? For the very first trade here, we have a short of the daily/weekly open. So let's just start off by saying this weekly open, today's a Monday, so that's also the daily open. So I'm just going to say weekly open, it's also the daily, okay? But basically what we did on New York Open is we pretty much just dumped, right? So we were obviously bearish, okay? Now, down here, I believe right around here is Asia session lows. So whenever we were actually trading this, it was a little bit scary because we swept out these lows and I was like, all right, are we looking for a reaction to the upside or are we genuinely bearish? But what I want to cover really quick, I'll cover it on MNQ just because it's easier to see with my charting, is if you're doing daily bias like TT trades, which is how I prefer to do it, then you would have been expecting previous day low to be hit. Okay, and I'm not going to cover it too heavily here, but basically what we were doing was tracking this low here. We closed below this low here. The body of this candle closed below the wick, so we should be bearish today till at least this previous day low, which you can see we took out. So with market opening, if we go back down here on the 1 minute time frame on NASDAQ, so we have this previous day low down here. It's also previous week low, which is why it looks like that, right? It's PDL/PWL. I just have it overlaid on top of each other. But we saw New York Exchange open. So once we saw that and our draw on liquidity is previous day low, all you could have done is wait and enter on this right here. You just had to have a wider stop loss because you're entering so far down, so you have to cover the room. But what I prefer to do is wait for this strong closure below and then enter here on the retest with a 20-point stop loss. Then you just simply target previous day low. It's like kind of a gamble, right? Because it's not like there's any liquidity that we're reacting off of. We're simply just breaking below the weekly open with volume, and then we're entering on the retest and expecting it to hold, right? Which it does, and then boom, profit right here, which that is like a 1 to 5 RR. So great trade right there. You don't have to worry about holding down to this daily fair value gap or anything extra. You just take your profits here at previous day low. Then, after we get previous day low, everyone is eyeing this trade here. Previous day low deviation, right? We sweep previous day low, break above, and continue to the upside. Myself included. Like I said, I literally got stopped out whenever we broke above here because I entered with a stop loss like at 20 points and got cooked. And that's not what you should be doing, because as you can see, we were just kind of chopping around in here. That's not what you want to wait for. You want to wait for a clear breakthrough like we get right here. Strong volume all the way through it, and then enter on the retest, which is what we would have done right here with a 20-point stop loss, target weekly open. You can see it smacked with a 1 to 5 R. So there's 1 to 5 R and then another 1 to 5 R, pretty much the same trade, just back and forth ping pong. Okay, now after you take that trade, great, you're probably stopping for the day, but not my mentor. That boy Angus still traded. And so here's the next trade that you could have caught, right? We have this huge down move where we broke structure to the downside. We have, boom, all of this downside, right? And then now we're getting our retrace up into the golden pocket of this leg. Boom, enter on the 618 because it also aligns perfectly here with the midnight open. So boom, you have no drawdown at all. It literally top ticks that, taking profit again at the previous day low just in case we get a nice bounce, which as you can see, after we come down and we do hit that previous day low down here, we get a perfect bounce off it, just a couple ticks above, right? So people probably ended up, getting trailed out up here, or they closed up here, but hopefully they held and ended up taking their profit down here, right? Once we broke through the level. But as you can see, right, we retrace up into this high time frame golden pocket we had on this move down. Like, why is this a decent golden pocket? Is because we have closed below these lows, so we're showing that we are bearish. So as we retrace up, it's nice to see a move down. Now, not only that, we had pretty much a V-shaped recovery. So it, like, as we get that, we still have all of this price range, like right here, this move up that was unbalanced. So seeing, like, if you're thinking about balancing this price range, right? So we have this move down. Okay, let's balance that. So we draw, you know, this down. Okay, we obviously, you know, we came up into that line was like right here. So we balanced, you know, this leg down, right? So that's why it was okay for us to get this sell off back down, right? It's because we had to now balance this midpoint. Okay, so then after we have now done that, we can kind of look to balance this, right? It's like we're just balancing price ranges. So anyway, we take profit down here at previous day low. Now after we do that, right, we get this move down here and we start chopping, which is where this TR pocket comes into play. So we start chopping in here. So all we do is we take this TR pocket from the high here to the low here, and then we get these levels, which is this one here and this level here, right? Now, obviously this one aligns with the weekly open, decent level. And then we have this one down here, which is just below the previous day low, but we have this blue line here, which you guys are probably wondering what that is. Okay, now this is a rejection block, and these are so crucial because if you go on the 1 hour time frame, and here's why we use the 1 hour for this, because on the 1 hour time frame you can see, on the 1 hour time frame, I know there's a lot of stuff going on here, but we're looking at this down candle here, this red one, this big long red one that swept out this previous day low. Okay, we have this nice huge rejection wick, and it's confirmed because we have this green candle right here. So we have a rejection wick here, and then we get confirmation that we're rejecting by getting this green closure here. So that shows that this previous candle should be a rejection block because we have rejected. We've confirmed that by this green candle closing. And this midpoint is untapped. Okay, so then I just draw the gone box right here. You can see top, bottom of the wick, boom, get that midpoint. Okay, now that midpoint aligns perfectly with that TR pocket deviation. So you can simply enter on the top of the TR pocket or the rejection block 20-point stop, and you can see we have currently been in 35 points of profit, still running, haven't been stopped out. So those are the trades for today that you could have been taken. And again, full transparency, I did not take a single one of these on my live or my eval, like any of my real accounts. I only took it paper trading a couple of these because again, the trade I took was sweeping this low and trying to enter here on this volume, but that's not what we're looking for. So learn from my mistakes. This is the volume that we're looking for, is a strong close above and then enter on the retest. Okay, so again, this video is just me showing you what you could have done, how you should have played today. It's very educational, even though it's not showing my personal results. So I hope you guys still valued this. If you guys want to see somebody that took every single one of these trades, join TTP. I'll link it down below in the description. Use my link for premium, all that. You don't have to join premium though. A lot of good info in there from Angus regardless. Also, there's one more trade you could have actually taken. I forgot. So we have this top tick here, but you could have also caught it as a continuation after we close below, entering right there. This is what Angus actually signaled in the Discord. 20-point stop loss right here. Boom. A little bit bigger, no problem. Targeting previous day low. Another 1 to 5 rush reward. So a ton of trades here. You know, obviously it's easier in hindsight, etc., etc. But if you guys know Angus, he's catching this shit live, and just the more practice you get, hopefully you can see these things as they're happening. So we just went over 4 or 5 trades, and we kept it under 10 minutes. So I'm sorry it's been short, but that it's super simple. You know, it's super simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. So I hope you guys had a good day trading. If you didn't, it's okay. Keep your head up, learn from your mistakes, and keep pushing. I hope you guys had a good day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you, Angus, but I'm out. Peace.